Alright, everybody, welcome back. Tiger Woods 2014. And where do we want to go before the players? Do we want to go to the Valero or the Zurich? Let's go to. Let's do the Zurich Classic. Of New Orleans. I feel like we play in Texas quite a bit. Rated a top 100 public golf course, TPC Louisiana was designed by legendary architect Pete Dye and is host of the PGA Tour Zurich Classic from New Orleans. Alright, Pete Dye, master creator of courses, or designer.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the final round of the Zurich Classic. It's part of the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The Zurich Classic of New Orleans started play at the TPC of Louisiana back in 2005, but the course was damaged shortly after it was opened by the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. It forced a temporary move in '06, but the Classic returned in 2007, and with its thrilling four-hole finish here, we've had many a tournament come down to the wire, including back in 2012 when Jason Duffner defeated Ernie Els in a playoff to win the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
All right. Well, we saw that minus 12 is in the lead. That's the highest we've seen.
Solid impact and nicely in the fairway.
Let's see if we can't get there.
12-footer. And this one is for birdie.
It's in the hole. Well done.
And Gary Woodland, he won by a good amount. I think it was by 4. So that'll be good to see. I think it said him and 4 other people get to go to the Masters now. So that's cool. And you put it on random weather and
nicely played shot.
It rains quite a bit. Look at that with a driver. I don't need to see that again.
Picks up 2 shots to par with the eagle. Let's have a quick check of the current leaders of the tournament.
Minus 3 and tied 76. They go low. There's Anthony Kim. He won a couple of weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago, because, who was it? I think it was Bryson and Rahm. It was looking like they were going to win, but they kind of fell back, and Anthony Kim had a great final round.
Best, but a very solid shot.
Ended up winning.
Indeed, only 18 feet out.
And then Bryson won the back-to-back weeks.
For birdie.
Can I keep it going? Yes.
Take a look at last week's leaderboard.
4 people tied at the top. I guess Kevin Stadler won, maybe? Tiger Woods tied 5th.
That's a great way to get the hole started. 5 feet tops. That's it. Birdie putt coming up.
And I was worried. Huh. Five under through four. Jeff Ogilvy. Webb Simpson.
He drove that one with authority.
Yeah, it's probably
Setting up with a gap wedge here, Jim.
very strange to be as low on the
Man, is he all over it.
like driving distance, and then he's like, but he's won every single tournament that he's been in. I think I might have lost one,
This for birdie.
unless that was no, that's the 2013. I think I lost one tournament.
Well, this is a beautiful shot, Jim. He put it right
Yeah, I'm
in
in
the fairway.
96. That might just be for this tournament, though.
From here, we're going with 6-iron.
Oh, I knew it. I knew I didn't need all that. The wind helped me. Doesn't matter. Dead straight putt.
And that's a solid tee shot right there. What a nice way to start the hole.
Do we carry it over this? Let's see. Oh yeah, okay.
Chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. This putt for eagle. He has made his second eagle here on the day.
9
Here's a
under
look
through
at the
7.
8th hole as far as tournament action this week.
2 eagles on the par 4. 372, so it makes sense if you got a couple long hitters. They get it, you know, within 30, 40 yards.
That's the way to stand up and hit it. What do you see here, David?
About 80 left, Jim. You couldn't ask for a better position on this green to make a putt.
In for birdie. Update on this year's performance for the season.
Average driving distance 281, 5 close approach, 237 putts, 137 fairways hit, 172 greens hit. Ninth hole's a par 3, huh? Interesting.
Yes, very nice.
drops for a birdie.
That's after 9 holes. We are 1 shot back.
Here's a look at the action so far on the scorecard.
At 25, man, what would it be like to have a 25 as your front 9?
Very well done off the tee. He's going to be happy with that. Right in the fairway and long.
He's long.
Inside birdie range.
Got really bright all of a sudden.
An outside chance for birdie here.
Outside chance.
We have a share of the lead after that. Here's how the golfers have been performing on the 11th so far this round.
6 eagles. Okay. No bogeys or doubles. Well, they must be some powerhouse hitters because I can't even get there with driver.
'60-degree wedge.
In there, snug next to the hole.
The longest yard
this
in the
makes it
world
200
is that 3
birdies.
feet from the hole.
With that, we have a new leader.
Oh. Gotta aim way the hell over here. This stupid tree.
Very nicely played. And that'll be a chance to pick one up. And this putt for birdie.
Do we make a par? We'll see.
Let's go to our data bank now and find out the best of the best so far.
Round leader Eagles. I got 2 eagles. Jeff Ogilvy made 3. His 12 under consisted of 3 eagles, equaling half his score. It's pretty nice. It said the final 4 holes, right, were the most famous for the course. Can't wait to see that. Because I don't remember what they are. Because I know,
A great way to begin the hole.
I know this course is in the other games, but I don't really remember it at all.
A beautiful shot, right on target. Doesn't get much better than that. With that, they are now 15 under par for the tournament.
Uphill, only a foot. A little bit of wind.
What a gifted player.
Anytime you're setting up for a short putt like this, you've got to keep your mind focused on the here and now.
That one has found the cup.
Alright, time for the last 4.
It's all about making the playoffs at the end of the year, and here are the current standings in
I
the
think
FedEx Cup.
that I'm pretty safe. How, okay. We've actually all played very much almost the exact same amount of events, 10 and 9.
Good smooth backswing, nice change of direction, and a straight tee shot. That sets up his second shot beautifully.
Beautifully. It's uphill 2 feet. The wind's helping though a good bit.
That's a very nice shot.
I guess not a good bit, but a little bit.
Looking at a sweet birdie. For the tournament, 17 under par.
$15 seems like your standard just hole. I don't know why the last 4. This one, a shorter one. Okay, I can see this one. Water to the left, so it makes it, you know, do you want to try and cut the hole off, or do you want to just lay up with like a 2-iron, or, well, a 2-iron. Most people nowadays don't have a 2-iron. 3-iron, something like that. Maybe a little 5 wood.
Well played, and about 8 feet away for birdie.
And to go a further shot under par.
Never a doubt.
I like that type of hole though. I like a hole it's challenging not because it's really long, because those are very boring and I don't know. You play them enough and you're like,
Around 200 yards to the flagstick from the tee here.
You just get it in the fairway and hit your next one and
That is a textbook
hit
approach
your
to
next
this
one.
green, and it's a great position to make a putt.
Like the 11th at my course, it's
Okay, that'll work.
just a little over 600 yards, and other than its length, it's a pretty just
One more to go.
standard
Here's
hole.
A quick update on how well the field has played the finishing hole.
But then you go with hole 4, which is a par 4, not a par 5. And it's not a long hole, it's under 400 yards, but you have a pond the entirety on the left side. You have a fairway bunker pretty much right where you would, you know, the length you would want to
let's
hit.
shorten this one considerably.
On the right side, with the bunk. So water on the left, you have a fairway bunker on the right, and then you have a creek that runs through, or before the green, probably about 40 yards before the green. And so, you know, you can't be too long either on your tee shot. And if you're short, you have a longer one in. Oh, short. You have a longer one in, which, you know, anybody who's played will tell you that a longer shot into a... Oh, that's the final hole. A hole where you have a creek 40 yards before the green, you have a pond all the way to the left, you have a bunker to the right, and then depending on where the pin is, you know, the pin could be, if it's in the back left, you're screwed.
A reminder, next week we'll have more golf coming up at the Players' Championship. Until then, Jim Nance and David Faraday for all of us at EA Sports saying good night for now.
Because it's in that back left, you know, if you're not a drawer of the golf ball, it's insanely difficult to get it close. And then if it's in the back left, it's on this ridge. So if you're short of that, you're putting up a huge ridge, hoping to get the speed right. Because if you blast it too hard, if you're 6 to 8 feet past the pin, you're off the green. And so then you have an insanely difficult chip shot to the hole. Because, you're looking at if you go long, you go right back down that hill. So it's a tougher hole without being long. Because let's say you're able to hit driver. It's downhill as well. So if you hit your driver, you're only gonna have like 50 yards in, 60 yards if you are a long hitter. Around 100 if you're like just a 250 hitter.
Are proud to present final round coverage of the Players Championship. It's part of the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Hello and welcome, friends. This is Jim Nance for EA Sports. We are here today at the home of the Players Championship, the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass, located in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. So glad to be calling all the action with my esteemed
Adam
colleague,
Scott, Sean O'Hare, and Ian Poulter tied at the top. And it's rainy and very dark.
Such a classic tempo swing right there. Now that's a smooth tempo.
Little over 100 yards here, right on 110, in fact. 60-degree wedge. On the green, and a chance for birdie on the first hole. For the birdie.
Nothing but darkness.
They say nothing but darkness because it's really
Conditions around
dark.
here, but the greens are soft, so we could see some birdies made. The players throwing just darts at these very soft conditions.
$11 into the face. 10-9.
Beautiful.
Well,
Lovely
I don't think
straight
I'm going
lines
for
on
this in
swing,
2 at a
solid impact,
255
nicely in the fairway.
driving distance, I'll tell you that. Well, it did get on in 2, okay.
He has this putt for eagle.
Oh,
A good stroke.
it didn't break.
Came up empty.
It's crazy. I honestly thought I
He
was
has a birdie opportunity here.
giving it too little break. But we got the birdie.
The leaderboard getting a little more interesting by the moment.
Russell Henley right there on 13-1 back. Sean O'Hare tied at the top with 1 to go.
And from this distance, this will be 7-iron.
Now it'll probably be a 6-iron. Should have been a 5-iron.
Looking at a sweet birdie.
Yeah, I was gonna say possibly dead straight putt.
Here's a look back at last week's tournament results.
Only won by 8, so you know.
That's a great way to get the hole started.
Oh, the wind didn't do.
Well, you can't aim it much better than that.
Damn
when the flag
thing.
sticks the target.
Like this hole for Sawgrass, for instance, is not a long hole at all, but pretty difficult most of the time. Oh, okay.
Can't beat these players for the
Yeah,
tournament
I had a
when it
feeling
comes
it
to
wasn't
this
gonna break.
category. That's a good crack at that to nail the par and remain 3 under. How about the top-ranked players when it comes to greens and regulation?
I've only played 4 holes. But our 9th hole is a case where it's both a longer hole, but it's kind of forced to be long. And it's very difficult by the way it's set up, because it's like 400 and... How long is it? Like 440 or 450, so it's not like crazy long. But it's one of those where you can't hit driver. You can't go further than 240 something, I think is the absolute max you can drive it. Then you run out of fairway. The initial, like, tee shot isn't difficult. It's just trying to put yourself into, you know, a position to where your second shot is
A good
not so
hard putt.
difficult. And that simply has to do with getting it as far as you can. And for me, that's where the difficulty comes in, because it's uphill the entire time on your drive. And like I said, once you get past, I think it's 250, maybe 260, you just completely run out of fairway. It's rough, cart path, rough, and then pond. But you never really know how much your ball is going to roll out.
Into the breeze.
Because I've had it where I hit my 3 hybrid. It'll land probably at
David, what are you seeing down there?
the
130 yards
220,
left now.
210 mark, because like I said, it's all uphill. And it goes all the way to like 250, or almost
Here's
all the
how
way to
we
the 260
stand at
mark.
this point in the round.
And then other times where it doesn't go past 10, it doesn't roll past 10 yards, you know, from where it landed.
To pick up a shot to par. An incredible
Yeah.
putt.
It's a long putt. So it's very difficult. You know, you don't want to... If the wind's into you, obviously it's a little easier. You know, okay, I can hit another club and stuff, but it's tough because your second shot, you can be anywhere from 220 yards out to 165, I think is the shortest you could absolutely be. And that's pin in the front. You're all the way up to where the rough is. And even then, it's not
That's a
the
fine
easiest
drive.
shot, because like it's a 2-tier green. You have the front,
Just
which
a
is the
little
top
under
tier, and then the bottom
130
tier, which is
yards
the
left
back.
here, Jim.
You have a bunker to the left of the green. Pond the entire way to the left. You have a pond all the way to the right as well, but you'd have to really hit it bad to
On
get
the
that
green,
far to the
chance
right,
for
because
birdie.
it's probably about 60 yards right of the green. Um,
5 under par for the tournament.
But yeah, it's a tough one because, like I said, it's a 2-tier. So let's say we average it and you're 180 out. You're in between those two. You've hit a good drive. You're 180, and you know that's far enough to where that left side still worries you. You're like, if I draw it too much, because I'm a drawer of the golf ball, or if I just pull it, you know, I'll be in that water. So you aim a little bit further to the right, maybe. And then what usually happens to me is I either don't draw it hardly at all, And so I end up, on the right side rough maybe.
Now, asking a bit much maybe to make this one.
This for his birdie. Got it.
And so yeah, it's like a lot of things can go wrong on that hole, and it's I believe it's the hardest hole on the course because of the length, and how long your second shot in is. And then it's hole 4 on the front 9. I can't remember what the second hardest hole is. It'd be on the back 9.
That takes a lot of skill to hit a shot like that. Holes complete, and who are the best in the business when it comes to this category?
I don't know how much the wind is gonna to really do here. Straight into nothing, absolutely nothing. In fact, it went even further than it normally does.
Can't ask for anything better than that.
I don't know about
this
that.
Putt for par.
And beautifully done. Nice putt.
Not bad for a front 9, a 6 under. A lot of wind.
Here's a look at the scorecard on this first side.
Ooh,
Not as
took
best,
a big ass
but
bounce.
a very solid shot indeed, only 18 feet out.
Oh,
Good effort, a good stroke, comes up empty.
yeah. It should have always missed.
Stays 6 under with that solid par putt.
These games, tough to tell how much brake to really use.
Here's how the golfers have been performing on the 11th so far this round.
It's crazy to think too. We have only one. This is the last Tiger Woods game, and we only have one more EA game to play after this, and that's Rory McIlroy.
Well, we'll have a
Big
bunker
bounce.
shot coming up.
Because I was just looking at.
Well, this is not where you wanted to be, but it's not impossible.
Playlist, and I was trying to see when did I upload the very first one. Hey, look at that. Because I started with, on my channel, Hot Shots. Yeah, I started with the Hot Shots series, which I could still do a few more. I can still do 1 and 2. But they're very, very simple and basic.
The wind in his face here, now going with the driver.
Just like, you know, Tiger Woods, it was 99, 2000, and even 2001 to some extent were very, very basic.
That's a beauty.
And so I didn't do. I think it's 99 or 2000. One of them wouldn't play.
Call this one 7 feet.
And then I only did like a video or two for one of them because it was just
Nice roll.
very much like the old games where you just play as a character on a course, and that was literally it. Yeah, Tiger Woods 2000 was the first one, so 99 I couldn't play. 2001 there was something wrong with the stick, and so I only did one video, but I started 6 years ago in July, and so 6 years we go through all the Tiger Woods games. It's crazy. All the EA games, I should say, because it's going to be Rory McIlroy next, and then the newest one we played.
Has made a mess of things so far today on the par threes.
What are you talking about? Made a mess of
A
things.
chance for birdie. Minus 10
It's a
for
great
the
putt right
tournament.
there. And I even went and did you know, some of the Wii versions. 2012 is the only one where I'd have to, after 2001, it's the only one where I didn't really do much to it because, I don't know, the Wii just was not working correctly. I'd have to have bought it
He
again
drove that one with authority.
on the 360 to play it properly, and it's just like, no, you know what, I've played it enough over the years. And so
5
that's
iron shot from here.
the only one of the newer, the last 10 years,
Okay, that's
last
about 10
15
feet away
years,
and leaves a pretty good chance.
that I can't really, or I'm not going to be doing.
A chance to sneak one back from par here.
Sinks the putt for birdie.
But that's okay.
These players have taken home the most cash so far on the season.
Me by lots. Phil Mickelson, the only one to have played 11 tournaments with me. Everyone else is 10, 9. Scott Piercy playing 6, and he's better than most. Better than most.
Now that's the way you play golf.
I knew I needed a little bit more to
This
the
will be a
right.
good chance now. That's a very nice shot.
This for birdie.
Okay, well, some of these guys are just Neanderthal, Jim. That's a massive tee shot.
Massive. Well, the wind didn't take it only half as much as I figured it would.
It's good. An amazing putt.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Here are the best putters by average.
Me.
Looks to be a 9-iron here.
Oh, a little long.
An outside chance of making this one, I suppose.
That putt drops for a birdie.
Oh, that's right. We've eagled both par fives on the back nine.
And let's take a look now at how things are going here on the back nine.
Pretty good.
Very well done off the tee. He's going to be happy with that. Right in the fairway and long. That's in there snug. Scoring time. Put a
No, I was
birdie
gonna
on the
say,
card.
missed that last putt, huh?
Thanks for joining us, and goodbye for now.
Oh, we don't get a celebration like we did with the Masters? Oh, no, we do. Okay.
This was some of the best golf you've ever played. As we've always called the Players' Championship the strongest field of the year in golf, and you have topped them all. Congratulations on winning the Players' Championship.
Alright, so that'll end it for this one. When we come back, we have... So the next major is the US Open. And we'll do... What should we do? The Memorial or the Shootout? We'll probably do the Shootout Classic and then the US Open. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Bye.